Our journey takes us to Prince Edward Island, the smallest province in Canada and home to the world's longest bridge, the Confederation Bridge, which connects the island to neighboring New Brunswick. P.E.I. is also known for its abundance of farmland, producing 25% of the country's potatoes, vibrant red sands, being the birthplace of Confederation, and of course, the fictional character Anne of Green Gables. P.E.I. has a population of about 155,000, and its capital city, Charlottetown, boasts a few breweries and alcohol producers.
Today we're at Upstreet Brewing in Charlottetown. It's somewhere we always try to stop anytime we're visiting Prince Edward Island.
We're going to speak with the co-owner, Hogie, as well as the director of marketing, Marsha. We want to hear all about the Upstreet story.
I'm Marsha Gallant. I'm the marketing manager here at Upstreet Craft Brewing. I've been with Upstreet for 2.5 years. This has been the best job I've ever had, hands down. It's a ton of different variety. It's the people that we work with are top-notch, and I really get a sense of giving back to the community in this role. We're a B Corp certified company, which means that we meet international regulations for businesses that do business for good. It's less about the bottom line at the end of the day and more about the impact that you can make in the world and about leaving it a better place than you started with. Through that, we have our Do Good Fund, which a portion of the proceeds of our Do Good or APA goes into this Do Good Fund, which we use to support local community arts and culture initiatives. Yearly, we do 2 to 3 international artist residencies, so they can be from either locally, from Canada, or all around the world. This would have been our 3rd year for that. We also open up our tap room to community causes for free if they want to hold a fundraiser. We often do dollar off pints to certain charities. Usually we do a lot more for events and donations for charities, but this year, because of COVID, we haven't been able to celebrate the way that we usually do. So what we decided to do this year was do a Cheers for Charity online contest where people cheers their favorite local charity, and we chose 3 in the end and donated $10,000. So that included Canadian Mental Health Association, P.E.I. chapter, the local food bank here, and Family Violence Prevention Services. So we chose them because we felt like these were really important charities locally for this time in the world. Everybody has been suffering a little bit with COVID, so it was a no-brainer to try to give back.
My name is Mike Hogan, but most people call me Hogie, and I'm the head brewer and one of the owners, I guess, here at Upstreet. Yeah. So we opened in June of 2015, June 26th to be precise. So we just recently celebrated our 5th anniversary. We were only like the 3rd brewery to open on P.E.I, so it was still very new for people, I would say, craft beer. So there was a couple of other breweries before us, the P.E.I Brewing Company and Bar None, that kind of like paved the way, so to speak. And then when we sort of opened in the middle of that and tried to push the envelope a little bit as far as some of the beer styles that were available in P.E.I to give people some different options. Yeah. Nothing is really off limits. One beer that's been really fun to make is our annual Pride P.E.I collaboration beer. So it's a strawberry lavender saison, and this year we're using butterfly pea flower that will actually make the beer purple as well. So that's kind of fun. So B Corp, yeah, has sort of been like, I guess, core to our, values right from the beginning. It's something we wanted to do right away. Yeah, really important to our CEO and my business partner Mitch as well. And so what's really cool about B Corp is that we kind of try to look at, what good are we doing, not just for, the shareholders of the company and profit and all that, but looking at like the stakeholders. So the stakeholders are our staff and our community, our suppliers, the environment. So trying to keep all those things in balance and do the most good possible has been really important to us. We really wanted to, be involved in our community and sort of also make our tap room a really welcoming spot for anyone to come and hang out or different groups to have events and that sort of thing. So one thing we have is our Do Good Fund, I guess. So we part of the proceeds from Do Gooder, we just sort of funnel into this fund that we use for different arts projects and artist in residencies as well. And then, yeah, really there's lots of different fundraising beers that we do. Like I mentioned, the Pride P.E.I. beer that we do, and lots of other things throughout the year.
Because of COVID, we weren't able to do the events that we had planned for our 5th anniversary. So we decided instead to donate $10,000 to local charities through Cheers for Charity, which was an online contest where people had to cheers their favorite local charity and tell us why they were deserving of a donation. We were overwhelmed with participants, and we had no idea the amount of impact that local organizations and charities had on Islanders, so it was a really tough decision. I was hugely into craft beer before I got this job. I had my eye on Upstreet as a potential workplace probably since they opened. I just loved the fact that they were creating products that I myself really enjoyed, but I loved the community aspect of it too. They seemed like they were always the ones who were out in front and giving back, and I feel like that's such an important part of my life that me and this place just sort of fell together perfectly.
I started homebrewing when I was in university, I guess, at Dal. Was doing engineering, and so quite a while ago, I guess now. But anyway, some friends and I were just trying to figure out a way to make, some cheap beer, and we did, but it wasn't that great. But I guess I got a little bit more carried away with it than a few of my other friends, and wanted to try to make it better. And eventually, it was making it from scratch, right from the grains and the hops and everything. Yeah.
So recently we started a line of vodka seltzers that are low calorie, gluten-free, and low carb. This is a response to a changing market, and craft beer is probably has reached a saturation point. It's really smart to sort of diversify your products and go with what your consumers want. Personally, we were also internally, looking for something a little more low-cal than a super hoppy IPA all of the time. So these things are great for the beach, and you don't have to have that sort of guilt that you feel after drinking a few too many beers. We also released Limelight Light Lager, which is a light and refreshing lager with just a twist of lime in it, and it's also 100 calories. That is an internal favorite of the summer. Yeah, the reception for all the low-calorie products has been great. I think that we hit a shift in the market that's really happening. Millennials are getting older, and they're getting more wise to what they should be doing and putting into their bodies, and more health conscious. So we're happy to make that shift too. We have 3 locations here on P.E.I, here in the tap room, and we have Craft Beer Corner downtown, and we also have a small bar in Founders Food Hall and Market, which is right on the waterfront. We've also got a location in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, which is called Upstreet Barbecue Brewhouse, where we serve up authentic low and slow barbecue alongside all of our usual favorites. Regionally, you can buy Upstreet products in liquor stores all across the island, in Nova Scotia, in New Brunswick, and Newfoundland now. So it's been a really exciting few years, to say the least.
The great thing about Upstreet is their flagship beers are all amazing, but every time you stop in, there's always a different specialty beer on tap too.
If you're visiting Prince Edward Island, you have to stop by Upstreet Brewing. And if you're in Nova Scotia, in Halifax, you can stop by their new location there as well. See you next time.